Welcome back, gamers. We should be getting ready to head on into our first matchup of this series. That being said, there's no UV. We should be close to being in for the first match of this series and the last one of the night. J and UV. We don't have a UV though. So I can't start. Are people dumb? I'm sorry, but people need to grow some brains here. I'm sorry. But the Discord chat's going, me, start. But we don't have both players in. There we go. Alrighty. Can people grow some brains, please? Scuff called for a reason? Yeah, real. No bots. Champ field. Body only. OCE. Team settings. That's the wrong teams. Mutator settings. Good. And we are good to go. Alrighty. We are into the lobby. Hopefully everything's all good to go for the first match here. Classic lobby build that. Yep. I mean, in the Discord going, it's me, let's start. Would it be wrong for me to say cry right now, Riz? Can I say cry in the party chat, Rizzo? Or is that toxic? I've been told to cry. No you. That's how you spell no you. Alrighty. Oh yeah, we didn't do a prediction there, did we? We didn't do a prediction. So that's fun. I think players should be able to join whenever now. I mean, I don't really care, people. Just join. Best of 2. Good luck. Have fun. Go. I am the lobby master. Alrighty. The prediction came up, but the prediction came up late. We are underway. For the 1v1, it is Ultraviolet or UV against Jay here. And Ultraviolet looking to get us underway nice and early with a little flick. No, it doesn't really get too much there. Change scene to what? What am I meant to change it to? Hello? Jay in their own corner. Looking to control this one and go the full length here. Might flip reset. Does flip reset. And now UV will get the first one of the ones. Does open the scoring. By the way, that break did nothing for my voice. It is still horrible. So, that's great. Anyway, 1-0 for Ultraviolet to start us off, and Jay looks to instantly make it a 1-1 game, which they do. And we are tied up immediately in the 1v1 here. 1 goal apiece. Both goals come in very quickly at the same time. Jay to the corner, onto the side wall rather, has full to use. We'll look for another flip reset. Takes it low with the pinch and didn't get too much purchase on the ball. UV gets a save away and now looks to get another one. Jay will have to turn away. Does pick up the mid. UV cautiously eventually goes to the play. Now might just look for an edge dribble over the top with a 50-50 in front. Jay with the save away. Your face, of course. What, switch off of my face? That's mean. I know it's ugly, but that's still mean. UV will make it 2-1. No, onto it? Oh, right. Fair enough. I don't blame you for that one. UV, though, does have that lead again. UV over the top with another flick, and we'll make it 3-1. 3-3-3 on the clock, and UV makes it 3-1. Not quite the full, 3-3-3-3-3 thing, but it's close enough. Jay just only with the 1 goal will look to take to the sidewall, set themselves up for a flip reset, and now looks to get back around it. Good save by Ultraviolet, and should get back to it now, moving out to the sidewall. And I mentioned as well here for UV, here's the reason I am here casting for Scuff Cord. So, look, that's a nice shot on by Jay. I could be a little bit toxic towards UV as I was towards Cryptic, but of course Cryptic really did deserve it, whereas UV, at least got me in here. So, good on UV for that one. Jay will look to take it to the sidewall. Instead, cuts in field and 50 in the tank. Looking to breezy it. Nice and easy. Really simple stuff in terms of the effort used there from Jay. UV doesn't deserve no hate. Congratulations, you've just used a double negative, and so he does deserve hate. Ultraviolet might be able to make it a 4-3 game, but the flip reset, and that's nice. It's not nice. It's Ultraviolet. That was horrible. After all, he doesn't deserve no hate. So he does deserve hate, and therefore that was the worst flip reset I've ever seen. Jay trying to go with the flip reset of their own. Very favorable in the flip resets here for both of these players. That seemingly favoring that play. But the Doomsday Dish doesn't quite come off for Ultraviolet. Yo, what's up, Guru? How you going? UV slows down the play out wide. Now shot on. And it will be 5-3. Guru, turn your ears off. I do not have a voice. I was slightly busy casting RLCS and screaming at RLCS on the weekend. And so it is the most voice cracky, can't speaky, money casting. I don't know what that was. The bracket is backwards. Hey, at least I can take solace in the fact that that's not my fault. 6-3. And at the moment, 3 Cricketeers, who apparently is the wrong team. It's meant to be the other way around. Will be taking game 1. Jay, flick over the top. UV will control it all the way back into their own corner and looks to reset a little bit. Inviting the pressure on here for Jay to try to get a counter-attack nice and early. Not the best of plays from UV. Should be countered by Jay. Should be a goal by Jay, in fact. From a tight angle. Ends up missing the shot. And you need to score those in the 1v1 arena. Jay. With the 50 on Ultraviolet in front of their own net. And now has to retreat. UV's up. UV scores. And it's nice and easy here. And I keep forgetting to skip replays. Anyone else see the overlay change? I didn't actually. I wouldn't have noticed it if you didn't tell me. Jay might be able to pull it back again. Does make it a little bit closer than it was before. The 3 goals in it. With a minute remaining. Fake kickoff from Jay. Just delayed it, rather. An outright fake. Nice touch over the top, but gets demoed. And now Jay looks to put some pressure on in the final 50 seconds, but UV does well to read that and has a full tank to work with. Taking it up high. Should really stall enough time. And if you get a goal on top of that, that should be secured, but UV now has to recover, and I don't think they will. So it's down to a 2-goal difference with 30 seconds remaining. 7-5, 30 seconds remaining in the 1v1s. I mean, this is very much a comebackable position. Jay, again to the sidewall. Half a tank to work with and gets cut off. And that should be that for this game. I mean, score with a little bit of time remaining, and you've got all the chance in the world here. But I don't think you're going to score with a bit of time remaining. You're not going to score at all. And that is the first game of the series going the way of chasing losses. Which is, I mean, I guess in a way they're doing the wrong thing. If they are actually chasing losses, that's not ideal. Zycryptic joining us in chat after that horrendous performance earlier tonight. Zycryptic, bold of you to turn up while I'm still here casting. It is bold of you to be here. But at least I appreciate the boldness from Zycryptic. Well, Zycryptic, as he was not so lovingly named in the previous matchup. Game 2. Let's see what these teams can provide. And while I'm at it, let me change the music in the background so when we cut back to me, we've got non-vocal music. There we go. Personally, I think my showcase of skill was inspirational. Well, you might have inspired some bronze players not to play the game with that performance, but, you know, I can't speak for the bronze players. I can certainly say you inspired nothing from anyone silver and above, though. Already off to a decent start here for chasing losses. Wait, have we... Hang on. Have we got this right? What is wrong with the score overlay? Because... Okay, is Jay on chasing losses? If Jay is on chasing losses, they didn't win game 1. Riz changed it ages... Yeah, no, but if we changed it ages ago, we should have got the score right, no? Because UV won game 1. Were the teams on the wrong team before? Apparently they were. And now they're on the right team. But now they're on the wrong team. But UV won the previous game. And UV's now on the 3 Cricketeers, and they haven't got a win. The overlay has swapped again. Hello, admins. I was wondering after all this time if you'd finally like to actually do the overlay for me. No team names in game. What do you want from me? I don't know what team. Their colors... I don't know what color each team's on. I don't know who's in what team. I'm just here to talk about the game in front of me. Why does everyone want to blame me when I've had the worst night of my life in terms of commentary, all right? Leave me alone, chat. Leave me alone or I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back. Scuffcord, this is the last you're hearing from me. Everyone's bullying me. I don't want to be here anymore. UV makes it 4-1. And actually, I blame UV for all this because I'm only here because of UV. So this is all UV's fault. Who won the last game? UV won the last game. Which has now been fixed up in the overlay. Jay gets a nice goal here to make it 4-2. UV is chasing losses. Well, we might want to consult the scoreboard about that situation. Jay to the sidewall, looking for an aerial play. Reset off the ceiling. Gets another reset. Good stall and fakes it underneath and makes it 4-3. Yeah, I won last game. I don't think I've seen Cryptic win a game. UV all the way into the corner. Has boost and uses it well. And should be able to make it 5-3. We'll make it 5-3. And now we're settling into a bit of a rhythm here, I think. Things are finally working, except the scoreboard might still not be working. Because apparently the teams are wrong still. I don't know how this works. I have no idea how this works. It's 5-4 though. And who apparently is chasing losses as well as back within 1. I don't know if that's correct. Let me do some investigating. I almost said that with a New Zealand accent. I don't know what that was all about. Okay, so the 3 Cricketeers side is Jay's team. So the teams are around the wrong way. Ultraviolet is not on the 3 Cricketeers. Ultraviolet is not on the 3 Cricketeers. I don't know what's going on. Jay on his own back haul looks to take this one forward. 50 in the tank. Delays the shot. UV does get back and gets a save. 3 Cricketeers is orange in game, yes. But not orange on the scoreboard. Jay flick over the top. UV has to recover. Takes it to that corner. Grabs boost to make it a little bit more feasible to get out of their own half. Flip reset 2. UV does well. We'll get back to it. And it will make it 6-4 as well. Based on that play. And nicely done here from Ultraviolet. Previously, a teammate of Cryptics, and I mean, you can see why they're no longer teaming, because UV actually knows how to win games. Cryptic clearly held that team from going anywhere too high in the RLCS placements. This is confusing the overlay admin, aka me. UV won blue. Blue won game 1. Blue won game 1. Ultraviolet is on chasing losses. Blue is chasing losses. Why am I catching strays? I'm not even in this series. I held back a little bit in the previous series, so I needed to catch up. But yeah, that is a good statement from me that Cryptic was holding that team back. Your performance was generational, not in good way. Yeah, perfect. The overlay is cracked. Okay, it's actually working now. The overlay is finally good. Strays, you're the target? That's real. Everything has been fixed. Okay, and just so you know, Aussie, all right? UV won this game as well. Stop moneying. What is this all about? So we got to update it. UV, aka Blue, aka chasing losses, gets another win on the board. There you go. Just in case you were having troubles with that one. The players did start on the wrong teams, to be fair. Yeah, okay. The rest was on us? Yeah, right. Okay. Good to know. I just don't know how I've come up with the solution there. In what world have I come up with the solution there is my question. Boy, oh boy, I only have another 4 games to go and then I can stop talking. As someone who likes to yap, I never thought I'd enjoy the idea of not talking. I can yap for hours if my voice allows me to. Thing is, my voice is not allowing me to. Is it twos? Twos. No? Twos? Twos. Best. Wait, hang on, we're joining. Okay, I don't even need to tell them. Let's go. I don't even need to tell them. They've got it all sorted out. Have they changed the colors around? Wait, I feel like these are the wrong colors. The subs are what's kind of throwing me. Wait, how have we predicted this? The overlay's actually gotten this right. It is correct. But they changed colors, no? Because chasing losses is blue. So have we predicted it on the scoreboard? Or is it like automatically changed? I don't know how does this work? I'm so lost. Also, how do I say this name? Valoris? We change it all manually. So it was a prediction. And I think there's 3 of us doing it at once. But that was the correct, like, it's correct at the same time. Like, without it even me showing on stream that they've changed colors. Yo. I still don't know how to say this name. I'm just going to assume it's Valoris. Valoris? I've got no idea. No one's told me anything. I still don't know what's going on. I don't even know why I'm here. Who invited me? What am I doing here? I assume that's Kadachi. I don't actually know. Why has everyone got weird names in this lobby is my question. Kuzo, who is the sub, by the way. Coming in last minute. Looking to step up, and it is a 2-2 game so far. The first of the 2v2s, and that's going to be a 3-2 game now. Valoris does make it 3-2. I've still not been corrected if that's actually how you say the name, so I'm just going to assume it is. Kuzo. Looking to get a 50. Does well. Might be able to drop this one back down. Doesn't get the second touch they wanted, and Kadachi with a shot over the top. A Cricks. Who I also don't know exactly how to say the name, but I'm assuming that's right. Plays it to the corner. He's going to take orange team from now on. Perfect. Kadachi for Kuzo. Saved away. A Cricks. A Cricks. So I was right. Was I not right? Why is that the only one anyone's corrected me on either? There's 2 other names I've said I don't know how to pronounce and no one's told me. I get to a Cricks and it's like, actually, it's a Cricks. So the way I just said it, huh? I left the party. You are right for all of them from what I hear. I'm a goat. Kuzo with a shot denied by Valoris. And way outside up. There we go. Hang on. Hang on. Can I? Nope, that doesn't work. Perfect. Alrighty, I'm just out of the party. Cyrix? That is so not right. That is so weird if that's actually correct. Cryptic, stop messing with me. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense. You're dumb. The party crashing is not on us at least. I blame Cryptic for my party crashing. I feel like that's fair. Valoris. That still sounds wrong. Crix looking to get back to it. Kuzo slows it down, right down. Doesn't get the bump though. Kadachi won't get there either, and Crix will make it a 4-4 game. We're outside all the way through in this one. Someone scores, but someone pretty much instantly scores to tie us up back and forth all the way down here. I've also got the audio set up for the alerts, but I don't have the alert set up for some reason. So, thank you to the people that are following in the background. But unfortunately, we don't have a thing on the screen here for Scuff Cord because I haven't set it up. I'm not going to blame that one on the admins. I just haven't set that up. I go between Valhoris. Why can't people just be simple like Justin or Squishy? Real. I say that, and my name is probably one of the most mispronounced names in OCE. But I feel like mine makes sense. Because, right, get this right. Rizza messaged me saying, how do I say your name? Is it Money or Moni? Like, and spelt it Money with E. And Moni with an A. It's like, no, it doesn't have any of those. It's Moni with none of those letters. I feel like my name being mispronounced is not valid. I feel like me pronouncing the rest of these. Valoris? Valorius. Valorius. That's weird. I feel like Valoris is like just easier to go with. Valorius is... Who really has a name like that? I always thought it was Moni, but everyone kept telling me it was Money. No, everyone's wrong. They either did that on purpose or they actually, yeah, they're telling you that to annoy me. Yeah, Zycryptic is saying that to annoy me. People, I've been in this scene for like 7 years. Can people finally start saying it right, please? Zycryptic says that just to annoy me as well. God, I hate Zycryptic. I'm so glad that I keep talking bad about him. He deserves to be talked bad about. In my honest opinion. Oh my! What a start here. Kuzo, top right. If you ever cast Zai again, make sure to cast the Curse Sim extra hard for me. I'm going to do it for me. Don't you worry. I'll do it enough for me that everyone will know that Zycryptic is the worst player in the world. I, to be honest, hope I never cast Zycryptic again, though, because... God, that's some horrible Rocket League when he does play. Kuzo on the double. And it's a great play for Kadachi to follow up for a 2-0 lead. And it's a big step up here after losing the previous 3. They are looking really good out of the gates here. Crix and Valoris need to step it up a little bit, but off that kickoff, Crix turning away from the goal, and that's a big no-no. Look, if I'm being honest, you're either cheating in twos or you're throwing, first and foremost. But if you're not cheating in twos, always turn back towards your goal, please. At least do those simple things for me. And Cricks does cheat on this time of asking. If Cricks doesn't like to cheat in twos, then at least learn to turn back. Says it's not how you're meant to play. If you're not cheating, you're throwing in twos. You need to cheat softly in 2v2. If you're not, you are throwing, genuinely. OCE has the tendency to hard cheat. Don't get me wrong. We don't need a hard cheat. But just a soft cheat in twos is necessary, and that's a shot on target. But if you're going to be so anti-cheat, right? If you're going to be so anti-cheat, at least learn how to turn in on kickoff. I'm sorry for going off on a Cricks here, but people saying that he's anti-cheat has just made me upset. Because if you're going to be anti-something, at least be good at doing the other option. Fair crash out, no go off on him. Thank you. Can we have coach bodies for the Discord? My one and only rule, cheat. And if you're not going to cheat, at least don't cheat correctly. By connection of me, you have to go out off on a Cricks? What do you mean? Now let him cook. The Cricks absolutely needs to go back and watch this VOD to hear me crash out that I live with a Cricks. Oh. Right. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Imagine living with Zycryptic. That's just horrendous. Horrendous stuff. By the way, it's 4-1 in favor of the 3 Cricketeers here. Which is funny when you have a sub and you have a name about 3 people, because like technically it's 4 people and one's not even here. So they're technically not all together. Money vs Rizza Hoops 1v1 is grand final pre-game entertainment. It's been confirmed. Let's do it after this series, I reckon. Honestly, should feel bad for people. Honestly, should feel bad for going off on a Cricks. He has to deal with enough living with Zai. That's so real. Busy after this series. Right. Right. Gotcha. Gotcha. Zai's negative aura is rubbing off. That is such a real statement from you. The Cricks. Won't get that. Valoris. Onto. Looking to get a double touch in the air. Not really a double tap, but, you know, 2 touches in the air, rather. Kadachi, rather. And Valoris. That's a weird flip. The Cricks gets beat. And it's going to be another one here. And look, okay, give me a second. I need to find this perspective. We are watching... Wait. We're watching this perspective. And they're going to score off it too. Okay, no, they're not. But, like, can we get a clap in chat? Can we get a clap in chat, please? I mean, I'm gonna say that they scored off that. It's worked. Crazy how soft cheating. Oh my god, they've done it again. I'm so good at this. Can we be L coach so my team wins though? I literally, they've started soft cheating and they've started scoring goals. What else can I say? They've done it again. I'm so proud. This man's ruining my team. Hey, if a Cricks just soft cheated to begin with, your team would have been so far in the bin, it's not even funny. Kuzo. Kadachi now. This would be so perfect. This would genuinely be so perfect if they could pull this scoreline back and win, but I don't think they will, realistically. Valoris to the side wall, now to the infielder. Cricks will be there, but has to be sent wide. We'll grab the corner boost and look to drop it down for Valoris, and I mean, that shot's just wide. Yeah, I expect my coaching payment to come through with Cricks. Thank you very much. Nice touch by Valoris, and the counter-attack could be an opportunity, but Kuzo should get back with the 50. And does get back with the 50. And this should be a chance here for the 3 Cricketeers to really keep their run alive in this series. The double commit I'm not too sure about. Kuzo to the sidewall. And that should be that for this game. The Cricks. Maybe one more for the road in the 2v2s before we go back to the 3s. We'll go to the 3s for this series. But no. I'm a W coach is all I can say. W voice crack. If you've not been here all night, do you not realize that I've been voice cracking all night because I can't speak? Hello? Can you coach me, Cryptic? You egoed me so hard so many times about my coaching. Just saying. There's people that your team are like, oh yeah, we'll get them to coach because they're good. And then they weren't good, and you still refused to pick me up. It was crazy from you guys. The bees are listening? What? Some people are beyond saving with coaching. True. Cryptic being one of them. Moving on to the 3v3s. And my webcam is covering up a boost thing, which means that it was probably doing that earlier tonight too. And I still, for some reason, can't change the size at the same time. I reckon I put myself here. We don't need to see a car, right? Can it fit here? It can fit here. Maybe this is where I call home from now on. I don't know why things move around, but anyway, it is what it is. And Jay scores the opener for the 3 Cricketeers. A nice little second hit for Kuzo, and there's a chance for a tight series here if the 3 Cricketeers can win this one and the next. I mean, they do tie us up, but they've come out firing so far. Cricketeers making a strong comeback here. At the moment they are, although that's a big whiff from Kuzo. Oh, that's not the touch you want to see from UV. I will say as well, UV, at least in 2v2s a little while ago, got the respect of a couple of a coach for RLCS and a couple of casters, couple of pro players. He was GC2 in the 2v2 match at the time, and in a video of mine where OCE people guessed the ranks of players, it was GC2. There was a couple of GC3 guesses, one SSL guess as well. So he would have been feeling pretty good about himself watching back on that video and seeing the pros guessing him higher rank. Who did the SSL guess? That's going to be 4. I feel like it might have been Luna. Also curious, Money, what mic are you using? Looking into a new one. This is the Shure SM57. Technically it's an instrument mic, but I use it for commentary, and a bunch of other RLCS casters actually use it for commentary too. I think it was Luna said SSL. Not certain. Fever said GC3. I remember that one. I'm not sure. I think it was Luna. UV taking this one under control, but I mean, still at the moment, 4-0 down. It's not a great showing from chasing losses. Maybe they've realized that, hey, we're not actually currently chasing losses, and now they're starting to lose. But yeah, this is a SM57. I mean, I think it's a good microphone, and it's relatively budget compared to, you know, your usual Shure products in terms of like the SM7B and the MB7. I think those are the, or maybe MV7. I can't remember. There's a couple of higher standard mics, like higher priced mics. I think this one holds up pretty well, although it does require a what do you call it? XLR cable, and a way to actually make that XLR cable work. The other one I was thinking is the MV7X. Yeah. I mean, I think this is a pretty good microphone. I've, you know, messed around and fine-tuned it a little bit. I still think there's probably a bit more fine-tuning to do just to sort of match what I need for my voice. But, you know, I've had the mic for a while, and I'm always fine-tuning. Right now, I'm using an old XLR mic, the AT20. Oh, right, okay. I do hear a lot of positives about Audio-Technica, but this is what I was recommended when I was looking for a new mic. A friend of mine does use this one. Yummy Cheeseman uses this one. I think Jorby or Achieves might, one of the NA casters, also has this mic. So it's relatively well used across the RLCS sphere. I mean, it's great gameplay when we're able to just talk about microphones, right? Kuzo, I'm going to make it a 5th here. And I've just realized that I need to step up for the final cast of the night, because this is actually going right down to the wire. I mean, it sounds super solid. Might pick that one up. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I've had more issues with my Go XLR Mini than I've had with the microphone itself. It's done me good so far. But yeah, no. I don't think it's a good mic. It's relatively budget compared to a lot of them as well. And if you already have XLR stuff set up and you just get this, like it's an extremely good budget microphone in terms of if you already have the other stuff capable of making it work. I think it's only like maybe $200 like at most. It might even be further down now. Shot over the top. Trying to up my casting game a bit. My audio is always the issue. Fair enough. I'm actually not sure I've heard you cast. But we are going to the final game to see if either chasing losses can secure themselves a series win, or if we get a draw. Not really seeing what we need to see out of the chasing losses side. Kuzo, 3 goals. The substitutes stepping up big time. Most of the time it's on the other channel, as in like the second scuff channel. But it's time to lock in for the final cast of the night. Yeah, fair enough. Let me go over here. Let me turn this off. Let me turn this off. And let's lock in for this one. The final game. And I'm going to use absolutely everything I have in my voice to try to make it sound half decent. Ultraviolet, big demo to open it up for the first goal of the final game. And they couldn't score in the previous match, but they have an early lead here. Nice start to make it 1-0, and they hold a lead now. Plenty of time to go, though, for either team. Kuzo, hat-trick in the previous game. Looking to get one on the board here. Jay into cover. Here is Ultraviolet, dropping it down for Flores. And Cricks will look to put some pressure on. Kuzo will be there first, and UV all the way back, looking to settle down a little bit. Jay by one, 50 by Valoris, and now Kadachi in control. That control is very quickly contested by Ultraviolet in the halfway line. Valoris is up. Kuzo at the 50. Now Jay wins it to the sidewall. Looks to go again. Kadachi in support underneath, and Ultraviolet will find the corner. Kuzo, midfield ball, but Valoris now finds the breakaway. Ultraviolet to a Cricks, shot wide. Jay. Quarter ball, followed by Kuzo, and Ultraviolet had to be at the right place at the right time to get the save. And did just that. Midfield ball, double committed on by the chasing losses side. Ultraviolet had to really step up. Valoris gets a demo, and UV will hit it high. Might have been hoping to get some more power on that one to fight a teammate. It now has a bit of time to work with because the demos came through. UV beaten out by Jay. Valoris all the way back. Wins out one play, but Kuzo puts on the pressure. Midfield ball for Kadachi. Sent wide. And now Valoris in the corner. Again, trying to buy some time for their team, but that ball played back by Jay. Finds Kuzo. Kuzo couldn't get back to it. Valoris finds Ultraviolet, who can't find anything but Jay. Kadachi nice and quick to the play once more. Still the 1-0 lead here for the chasing losses side. UV will take this to the corner. Kuzo challenge into the midfield. Jay is waiting. Double commit on defense, but it works out because the first touch wasn't ideal. Valoris' touch is better. UV shot over the top. It might just loop in. No, it doesn't, but it hits the crossbar and it falls to UV again, who scores their second in this game. Stepping up when it matters in Game 6 to secure a potential win. Kuzo scored a hat-trick previously. Sets up Kadachi on this occasion. And the scoreline now back within one. Nice play by Kadachi. Kuzo. Flip reset. Won't get back to it. Ultraviolet wins that downfield. Jay has to retreat. Ultraviolet finds a demo. Won't find the second bump, but made it awkward for Kadachi. Now Kuzo trying to double from the sidewall. Jay sends it long. Ultraviolet and Valoris both go. Ultraviolet gets the save, but the positioning means that 3 Cricketeers can push on. Jay midfield. Awkward. Ultraviolet. Hat-trick in Game 6. And we still have 2 minutes to play. Jay, you can see, wanted to find Kuzo. Kuzo is having none of it. Ultraviolet steps in, says, thank you. I'll take a third. And chasing losses might have just been making some content out of this series. Kadachi and Kuzo both go. Now Cricks to the corner. Now looks to get back to it. Infield ball. Jay cuts it off. Shot on. Ultraviolet can't save it. And Jay pulls it back within one. Ultraviolet just didn't have enough boost. Couldn't get back in time. Kadachi plays it forwards. We'll look to go again. Ultraviolet to the corner. Won't get the double. Kuzo will set it up for Jay, who looks to dunk it down. Great dunk by Jay to make it a tied game. Looking to tie up the series. And it's a massive dunk on Valoris, and a Cricks can't get across. Tied up with 1:36 to go. Chasing losses came out firing, but the response has been overwhelming from the 3 Cricketeers. Ultraviolet looking to repair what had previously been looking so good. Valoris all the way back. First touch sets them downfield. The 50 sets them either further downfield. And now that doink goes midfield, but Kuzo, full boost tank, gets one touch away. One touch over another. Jay beats out Ultraviolet. Kuzo in a foot race. Valoris has a full tank. wins that race. But Kadachi there. Ultraviolet sends it long. Kuzo gets a piece. That might do more harm than good. It cricks in the back wall. Kuzo just hanging on the crossbar. And Valoris with the pressure. Kadachi beaten out. Ultraviolet across. Jay away. And now Valoris to the back wall. Ultraviolet with a touch there. Jay turns on it. Full tank to work with. Someone's got to put a name on it. On the defense. Eventually, Ultraviolet committed. And now Jay just continuously saying mine. Goes again. Ultraviolet with a 50. Now a Cricks downfield. 30 seconds remain in regular time. Can someone get it done? In regular, or does it go to overtime? Jay to the sidewall. Looking to double it downfield. Valoris underneath will grab the quarter boost, but Jay in control. 50'd by Valoris. Now they counter-attack. Can they go now? No, it's cut off by Kuzo. Still one last chance at it for either team. If they can get it forward, Kuzo can. Valoris hits it down. It just had to be overtime. And the kickoff falls the way of Ultraviolet, forcing Kuzo. It cricks to the corner. Kuzo away. Any follow-ups? There is Valoris. Cleared by Jay. And Kadachi's up quick. Doesn't connect, but still low boosted. Panic stations at the moment for this orange side. Kuzo doesn't connect. And now it's back on the counter, but Jay drops in for a shot. Ultraviolet to the sidewall. Kuzo beaten out. It could go all the way. Ultraviolet 4 in Game 6 to secure the win in this series for chasing losses. 4 goals from 4 shots and 4 saves too. Ultraviolet stepped up when it really mattered in that game at number 6. And chasing losses take the series 4-2. Went to Game 6. Let the opponents win Game 5 and 4 just for the content. Stepped up when it really mattered. And get the job done here tonight for round 2 between 3 Cricketeers and chasing losses. A little point to be made as well for Kuzo. Stepping up as a substitute. Did really well. Considering the circumstances. Did have a really good performance, but didn't quite get over the line at the end. And that does close us out for what was a pretty decent little series there. Enjoy the voice rest? I absolutely will. I am not going to be speaking until Sunday. Until I absolutely have to. On Sunday as well. It's been a pleasure to cast here once again. I look forward to being invited back, but hopefully next time I'll have a voice. Is that cryptic? You know what? You've already suffered enough loss tonight. I'm not even going to go into it. You've been utterly embarrassed. Not only by myself, by your own gameplay, by the chat. I don't even need to touch on anything there because realistically, you're already pretty miserable after that performance overall tonight. So once again, thank you for having me. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of commentary that I could provide because that was horrendous. I mean, the amount of voice cracks alone was just really, really, really horrendous. I don't know what to say, but other than thank you for putting up with me tonight because that was severely, severely bad. But it is what it is. And I overall enjoyed my night despite the fact I couldn't speak. So I do thank you for tuning in. I do thank you for joining me as we went through 2 series. I look forward to being back again. But as I said, maybe next time I'll actually be able to speak and I'll actually be able to cast and it won't be me sounding like either someone who's just hit puberty or someone who is nearing the end of life and cannot speak anymore, because those are the 2 ways I describe myself on the voice tonight. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.